Hey Cuba Cubs, Mrs. Hoffer here for today's math lesson.
Friends, the goal of today's lessons are that you will know that separating numbers is the same thing as subtraction. You'll understand that the two numbers being separated must be the same or smaller than the final number, and you'll be able to separate or subtract numbers up to 10 by using pictures and manipulatives. Let's get started. Okay, friends, so we just heard in today's goal that we are going to be learning all about subtraction today. Cable Cubs, subtraction is the math process we do when we are separating numbers. So, what I mean by separating is that we are taking away, so separating or subtracting a smaller number or a number that is the same amount. So, it either has to be the same amount or a smaller amount from one number to find a whole new number. So, Keeble Cubs, we can do this just like we did with addition for anything to count a whole new number. So anything that we can count, we can use for subtraction, whether that be the balls on the screen, any objects we have in our house, really all the pictures we see today, or any manipulatives can help us with our subtraction, friends. So just like when we did our number sentences in addition, we need to do these for subtraction too, because it's really important to write out the whole sentence of the problem that we are solving. So I'll show you for a subtraction problem, we're still going to have the two numbers right here, the equal sign, the number that we find from subtracting in this circle, but we're going to do instead of a plus, we're going to do a minus sign here. This one straight line across means minus. And minus, friends, means taking away, so separating. So we know when we see this minus sign that this number that is gonna go right here is being taken away from this starting number right here, and whatever that number being taken away from is gonna be what this number equals. So let's try this out. So for our basketball, so we'll make the basketballs the first number. Keeble Cub, tell me, how many basketballs do we count? That's right, friends. Good job. We count 6 basketballs in all. And then minus, so taking away or separating the how many beach balls? That's right, 3. So 6 minus or separate 3 is equal to what, Keeble Cubs? Well, a good way that we can figure this out is by crossing out 3 of the balls from the bigger number, the first number, which is the basketball. So we're going to cross these out. All of these are what are being subtracted. And these that are left over that I'm circling are what 6 minus 3 equals. So Keeble Cubs, tell me, how many balls are left? That right, it would be 3. So we know that 6, so if we do it as an example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we know that 6 minus 3 is equal to 3. And we can see that also here, friends, remember in our complete number sentence, 6 minus 3 equals 3. Good job, friends. Let's move to the next one. Okay, now let's move on to our second subtraction problem. So, friends, we are going to use the purple balloons as a representation. So what the first number will be in our number sentence we write, and the red balloons are going to represent the second number. So Keeble Cubs, count and tell me how many purple balloons there are. That's right, friends. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 purple balloons in all. So I'm going to write 8 down here to start our number sentence. Then we are going to add the minus sign, because minus equals is the same thing as separating, friends. Minus. How many red balloons are there for our second number? That's right, Cubs. There are 4. So we know 8 minus 4 is equal to what? Well, if we look at the balloons right here that are 8, and we cross out 4, we can figure it out by counting what's left over. Or, friends, we can also do 8 lines. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and cross 4 of them out, and this is what's left over. Tell me, Keeble Cubs, what is 8 minus 4? What is the number that is left over when we separate 4 from 8? That's right. That's right, Cubs. There is 4 left over. So we have a complete number sentence, and we now know that 8 minus 4, so 8 separating 4 is equal to 4. Good job, friends. All right, Keeble Cubs, the last subtraction problem with pictures we'll be practicing today before we move on to our manipulatives is right here. So tell me, Keeble Cubs, of these sunflowers, these beautiful orange flowers that are going to represent our first number in our number sentence, how many are there? How many do we count? That's right, we count 6 sunflowers. So I'm going to write the first number in our number sentence. And Keeble Cubs, tell me, what is the symbol we're putting right here that represents subtraction or separation? That's right, a minus sign, friends. Good job. So 6 sunflowers minus how many pink roses are here? That's right, friends. Good job. There are 4 pink roses, and that is equal to, well, Keeble Cubs, let's figure it out. If I take the 6 that are right here, which is the total number, and I cross out 4, because I know we're separating 4 from the total number, so these don't exist. They're no more. How many sunflowers are left over, Keeble Cubs? How many are right here on this bottom row? That's right, it is 2. Good job, friends. So we just figured out in this number sentence that 6 minus 4 is equal to 2. Good job, friends. All right, friends. Next, we are going to figure out some subtraction problems using our manipulatives, which are going to be our Unifix cubes again. And we are going to do that by writing full number sentences. And remember, for full number sentences, we do the first number first, which goes right here. We do that number minus, and remember, Keeble Cubs, the minus sign is the subtraction symbol, which means to separate the 2 numbers. That will go right here. And right here will be the second number. And then an equal sign. And then in the circle will be the total amount from this amount taken away, so separated from this amount. So let's get started. Okay, so for our subtraction problems, friends, we're going to start with one long row of Unifix Q. And to begin,
we want to find out this number, the first whole number for our number sentence. And this number is the total amount of Unifix cubes, Keeple Cubs. So friends, count for me and tell me how many Unifix cubes we see right here. How many are there of these yellow and orange Unifix cubes, friends? That's right, friends. Good job. There are 9. So I'm going to write the number 9 right here, the first number on our number sentence. And what we want to figure out is the amount we are going to be subtracting, so separating from 9. And for this, with our Unifix cubes, the amount we're going to be subtracting is the side color. So this orange color is what we're subtracting. And this is what's going to be left over, so that's going to be the final number. But right here is the amount we're subtracting. So this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have 9 minus 4 for our number sentence right now. So we're going to take this away because we're separating it. So completely separating it from our Unifix cube train. Now, friends, what is left over? How many yellow Unifix cubes am I holding up? 5. That's right. Good job. So we put 5 right here at the end of the number sentence. Now, Keeple Cubs, we know that 9 minus 4 is equal to 5. Good job, friends. Okay, next, friends, we are going to write our first number minus sign for the number sentence. Second number right here equals to, and the solution. So the final number that we figure out. So Keeple Cubs, remind me, what's this first number right here? The first number is the total amount of Unifix cubes we have to begin with. So Keeple Cubs, tell me, how many orange and yellow Unifix cubes do you see attached right here on this Unifix cube train? Good job, friends. We see 7. And Keeple Cubs, this is a bit of a tricky one. I want you to tell me how many Unifix cubes on this train up here aren't yellow or orange. That is the number that we are going to take away from 7. What amount of cubes up here aren't either yellow or orange? None, right? Because they're all yellow or orange. So if there's no amount of something, that means we're subtracting, so we're taking away 0. So Keeple Cubs, we can do this, and we know this because when we're subtracting, so when we're separating numbers, the rule of them, so the rules are that they have to be either equal to or smaller than, and 0 is smaller than 7. So Keeple Cubs, tell me, what is 7 minus 0? What is 7 subtract 0? So 7 subtract nothing. That's right, it's still 7. So we still have 7 up there. Good job, friends. Okay, friends, so we'll start by counting the total amount of Unifix cubes at the top of the page, and that will represent the first number of our number sentence. Tell me, how many Unifix cubes do you count on my page? Good job, friends. There are 10 cubes in all. Then, since it is a subtraction problem, we are doing, what is this sign called, friends, that I just wrote down? Minus. This is the minus sign, which is representative of subtraction or separation of the numbers. So we're doing 10, And what we're going to minus, so what we're going to separate from these union fixed cubes are the red cubes. Cubs, I want you to tell me, how many red cubes did we just separate? How many unifix cubes did we just separate from the whole cube train? We separated 5, friends. Good job. So we are going to write 5 on the number sentence. And now we know that our problem that we're solving is 10 minus 5. And we need to find out what that is equal to. Well, friends, by looking at what was left over of the green cubes, we can count and solve this subtraction problem. Cubal Cubs, tell me, how many unifix cubes are left over? That's right, friends. 5. Good job. So now we know 10 minus 5, so 10 subtract or 10 take away 5 is equal to 5. Good job, Cubs. All right, friends, the last subtraction problem we're going to be working on today with manipulatives is right now. So tell me, how many unifix cubes do you count in this unifix cube train on my paper? That will be the first number we put in our number sentence. 6. We count 6 unifix cubes total or in all. Good job, friends. Next, we add this. What is this called, Keeble Cubs? Remind me what the symbol is. Minus. That's right, friends. We know minus means subtract or separating. And what we're going to be separating this time, friends, is all of these red unifix cubes. Tell me, how many red unifix cubes do you count that we just separated from the entire train? We count 5, friends. Good job. 5. And then we add the equal sign. And let's figure out what 6 minus 5 is equal to. Well, when we have this go back to 6 and we take away 5, Keeble Cubs, tell me, how many are we left over with? 1, friends. That's right. 1. So we know in our number sentence that 6 minus 5 is equal to 1. Good job, Cubs. That's all the time we have today. Keeble Cubs, keep up the fantastic math work.